Welcome to Mystic Noir.
It's late. I'm in Santa Monica, California, yay. And I'm driving down Ocean Boulevard. You know they say it never rains in LA? Well, it's raining today. There's big, bold drops of rain, clearing the streets, healing the heat. There's cars in confusion, and they're dancing all around. The car in front of me hits its brakes. Boom, crash! I jump out to find I'm in a bind. Dazed and confused, so I close my eyes. And when I open them up, guess what I find? LAPD, all up inside of me.
Hey everybody, welcome to Mystic Noir 21. My name is Ben Noir. This is Johnny Mystic. And wow, that was Kema Jamal, LA Kema, an incredible performer and friend. She's not with us anymore, and this show we're dedicating to her life. Amazing, amazing person and friend. Before we go any further, I'd like to thank our sponsors of Mystic Noir. This is show 21. We can't do it without you. So we'd like to thank Leah Totzer, Daniel Gale Sotheby's Realty. She's our premier sponsor. And thank you so much. We'd also like to thank Your Hudson Valley Life, Angel Flower Creations, The Cabana, The Cafe, Arts in the Plaza, Studio Noir, The Reamper, Beyond Zen Massage, Fermento, and the International Delight Cafe here in Belmore. Also, please listen to the first 3 singles by Johnny Mystic and the Spirit Guides on Spotify from the upcoming Astral Tourist album. New songs are being arranged, and we are looking forward to playing together live when it warms up. This has been a very hard year for everyone and a loss of life for many due to COVID. And, I'd like to send, we would like to send our condolences and positive vibrations out to everyone dealing with loss. Our very good friend and recent Mystic Noir guest, Jah Hamid, also a reggae legend, has passed away recently. So
yeah, we had him on the show.
Yes.
About 8 weeks ago, maybe.
Mystic Noir 15. Yes. So you could look that up and see what Jah Hamid was about. I spoke to his son, Leon, and he said it wasn't due to COVID, but we love you, Jah Hamid, and we'll continue to spread your message of peace and love. I think Kema Jamal would have loved Jah Hamid, and he would have loved her.
Yeah.
So July 13th, 2020 was a tragic day. Kema Jamal, she lost control of her Jeep, and she died in the car accident. Her former manager, Yvette, who will be joining us very shortly, she contacted me the day after to let me know. She knew that we were close friends and that I'd want to know. And then I reached out to the rest of the band members and people who knew her. So we were all shocked. Everyone who knew her cared about her in an extreme way. There was no light feeling there. If you met her, she instantly put a spell on you, somehow, with her smile, her wit, her beauty, her sense of humor, and especially her skills as a performer. Her dance was otherworldly, and the DDM concept she developed with James Blood Ulmer and her manager, Yvette Hazel, over a few years was just incredible and awe-inspiring. Her spoken word mixed with her sensual and often explosive dance, mixed with the music, provided by great musicians just catapulted us all to other dimensions, as you saw in that first clip. You know, so we have Yvette Hazel. We're gonna invite her into the room. Hey, Yvette, how you doing?
Hello. I'm doing well, and you?
We're fantastic. I mean, you know, just of course there's loss and you know, of course it's tragic, but like Kema made us so happy in so many ways. Like I've been going through photos and videos and searching her online, and just it's just you know, she gave so much to this world and to us, and you know, I really wanted to dedicate this show to her, and you know, it's great to have you on.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, you're welcome. And our condolences to all her family and friends and everybody who knew her. I mean, there were so many people. And thank you all for tuning in out there too. I see a lot of people that have tuned in. Yvette is just an awesome person. I met her with Kema back in, I don't know, 2001 or 1 maybe? Because you know why I know? Because I did an event at the Knitting Factory, which was the spring of 2001. And it was a benefit for it was for women of Afghanistan. They wanted to have a hospital called the Malala Hospital, and the Taliban had prevented them from building it. This was before September 11th attacks. And my friend Gabrielle Eng was very active, and she advised us to, we did something at Columbia University where I performed. And this was a follow-up concert, and Kema was one of the performers. There was like a whole bunch of performers. And that was a great show. So that was 2001. So there's so much to talk about. I want to share right away just some. I guess I want to make sure that we do talk about the James Blood Ulmer connection. You know, James Blood Ulmer, very famous guitarist, musician, composer, and he saw Kema dancing with Alvin Ailey, correct?
Yes.
On tour. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, she danced at Alvin Ailey, and there was a African dance company that was that came in and gave instructions, and the instructor, she liked Kema's movement, so she hired Kema to travel with them throughout the United States, and they would rehearse at Blood's house in Soho. And he would be at his loft, and she would be performing in there, practicing, and he just was taken by her movement and her talent, and he felt that she could do more. So he kind of convinced her to do spoken word. He loved her voice and her movement. So that's how the whole DDM thing came about, you know.
Yeah, DDM meaning dialogue, dance, and music. Dialogue, dance, and music. She was a storyteller, and she shared her life experience. And we're gonna go right away to this clip I represent from the amazing highlight of my career. One of the highlights of my life was playing this Casper, Wyoming event center. It was as big as Madison Square Garden, pretty much, out in Casper, Wyoming. And what a wonderful thing to be a part of. And the photos behind us right now, some of those are from that. You did such a great job with her producing a DVD, which I have digitized clips of, and we're in the process of getting you. So we're going to listen to this song, I Represent, and let's just let Kema do the talking.
I represent Mother Africa. And the only day that came before her birth was the day the Father created her sister, Mother Earth. from a long way back. You have all felt me come, an animal in history, mystically watching over its young. I have walked invisibly balanced through the ages, through the dark, in a paradox of life and day. Was the slave ship really an ark? Together we rode through evil storms, escaped fireballs from hell. The children that were ripped from my feminine loin have now become successful in foreign lands they were forced to join. The power of Abraham, the wisdom of Solomon, the cunning of Cleopatra is in your seed. Use this to help you fulfill your deed. As the world's spotlight starts to focus on me, I look for no violence, no vengeance for my enemy. All I wish is for love, equality, and unity. If you wish to be more wise, increase your consciousness. Let me look through your eyes. After relentless attempts to bring my people to their demise, they forgot that anything held down against its will in the fullness of time will effortlessly rise. They forgot that anything, they forgot that anything held down against its will in the fullness of time will effortlessly rise. Good evening, Casper. Wow. It's a pleasure to see each and every one of you. Welcome. Welcome to my family. And tonight, get ready for a journey, because that's exactly where I'm going to take you. I am so blessed to have both of my parents in the house, godparents, cousins, family, friends, and new people that will be a part of my life. I would like to thank you for coming to share with me. Sometimes I don't like to talk, and dance and dialogue is about stories, and stories that make you think, make you experience and journey. So sometimes I just don't want to talk. Sometimes I just feel like dancing.
Wow.
Wow. We ended up playing the whole clip of that one song, just because in the fullness of, really to experience a whole thing there. I mean, she was so ahead of her time, right,
Oh,
Johnny?
really? I mean, it's the first time I've seen her, and I'm transfixed. First of all, her delivery with the spoken word, and extremely well done, and her poise, and the content of the material, along with the movement, is wonderful. I came from experimental theater back in the 60s, and it reminds me of that, where we would incorporate movement and poetry together. I think the Doors, Jim Morrison, would have loved this. He would have loved the spoken word. Yeah.
Mm.
She was very cool. I'm so happy that I was able to see this.
Yeah.
Really, quite beautiful. And just the way she told the story and her tone is impeccable. Impeccable.
Yeah, she just blew me away. Always blew me away. Like the content again, the word content was in my head right before he spoke it. You know, the message in her, her everything. You know, it's just ridiculous. Go ahead, Yvette.
I think of the when she wrote the song with blood, and picking words and defining what words made sense and how to deliver it.
Yeah.
And so it brought back a lot of memory for me, you know, the whole development of that of the act, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, just empowerment themes, universal love,
yes,
you know,
love and
just,
peace.
Yes, acceptance of humans, animals. She was eloquent, visionary. These are things I wrote down to mention because I really feel them. You know, I wanted you to, our producer, Peter, can you put up that picture of Kema and I at the loft party? So we played at this loft party. It was James Blood's loft, right? I'm trying to remember, was it his or was it at a place somewhere else? Tell me about the loft.
The first loft you was talking about in Brooklyn, the one we did by the bridge?
I guess so, yeah, that one right there.
Right, Brooklyn Bridge. Yeah, we did. It was a loft above like a Nissan dealership or something. It was crazy. Yeah, but she did it for a friend. A friend was doing something and asked her if she would perform, and yeah, she needed music, and I guess that's when she really found you.
Yeah, that was my first gig and it had Matt Ribicki on bass and Matthew Baronello on drums, who I believe it was Matt who referred me to Kema. Yeah. And, you know, we played in a band called Ensemble Uniqua with Antonio Dangerfield. Can you show some of those other photos of, you know, Kema and Benoit on the street? There's us. Yeah. You must have took this photo of us walking on the street. I dug through. Yeah.
Yes. That's probably when we were working at the Red Lounge, I think it was. It's the name of the place. In
Jared's Lounge?
Jared's Lounge in
Williamsburg. Williamsburg, Brooklyn. So here's where I lived in Williamsburg on the other side of town. Oh. That was Driggs, right near Peter Luger Steakhouse. I had showed the other shop, Benoit Brooklyn, over there on the, well, that's me. In my, that's how you met me.
Yes, yes.
I probably had one more button unbuttoned or something. You never know. But look, there's a picture of Malcolm X on the wall. Go back to that picture for a second. Oh, wow. And there's a picture of Cachow on the wall, the Cuban bassist. And I was really into like, you know, like art and culture. Not like now. I'm not into that stuff.
You were still a fresh college graduate.
kind of. I mean, I wasn't so fresh, but show the picture of Brooklyn right there. Yeah. That was the front of my building. So like when I first met you and Kema, I believe it was here. I think I feel like you guys came up and met me here and we talked and we, you know, jived.
We would rehearse in your house sometimes.
Yup. I had 2 rooms. And I was in one and I had equipment in the other. And sometimes I would rent it out, the other room. And that's what I was living the artist lifestyle.
Right.
I love that place. And it was just, I remember Kema brought me, because she knew I was Jewish, she brought me a bagel with lox as like the offering.
Yes.
You know,
it's like the loaves
and that was it. I was, you know,
you were in love. That was
totally
it.
in love.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna say in love, but I was in love, and like there's really nothing much else to say.
Yeah.
She was just like I said. If you met her, you just fell in love with her. she had that vibe and that she was just so lovely. What else do we want to say? Why don't you give us a so she did this African dance. Let's play the jungle clip. So during the show that Kema produced with you and Casper, we had this clip right here. So let's go to the jungle clip.
Love to dance. I feel like, oh boy. Woo.
Oh man, Johnny's like, oh my.
You know, Benoit, I must mention that those dancers, she thought that she was giving master classes at the local college, Casper College.
Yes.
And to give the students an opportunity to get a professional, a chance to perform professionally, she handpicked, some of the students from the class, and they had the opportunity to perform. They were so excited to perform with you all. Guys are coming from New York. We're going to perform with musicians from it was a big deal for these kids.
Yeah.
So I just had to mention that. It was
definitely. And I don't know if there's a play, like I gave the DVD over to one of my producers, Just Incredible. Thanks, Justin, for all your work on the show. So I don't know if there's credits in there or in the DVD when you play it, but there's probably at the end all the names. Right. So we'll get that going, and we'll, on this YouTube when we post it up, we'll put everybody's names in. So if anybody's watching out in Casper, please, comment, stay in touch. We'd love to hear from you.
The college would love to hear from you.
And that too.
It's the same instructor, so she would love to. Her name is Jody. Yes.
Oh, Jody, I remember.
Yeah, I remember Jody. Yes.
Yeah.
She's still the instructor. Yeah.
Hey, Jody, what's up?
I know. Hi, Jody.
And those beautiful singers, Yes. I want to say Brenda.
Brenda, yeah, that's her name.
She was
Brenda
just
Jackson.
amazing. Yeah. Oh man. Oh, wait until you hear her on. We're gonna let's just keep playing some clips because I want to get some of these in. This next song, the next two, I think, feature Brenda Jackson and everyone. So this next one's called Respect.
you don't like me. I can't help if you think I'm a witch. Your sister's not what you make people think, rap brother. Rap brother, apologize, finalize, realize. I'm the one looking for fun, trying to find a brother with a plan. Rap man. If the brothers in the hood knew if they could turn in their guns for something good, stop putting their sister's name to shame, and stay away from Shaitan's game, love with respect will make all sisters correct. So all you brothers, watch your tone. You're rich. I don't care if you got money to burn. Brothers insane, create pain. Diamonds and gold ain't no price for my soul. Apologize, finalize, realize. I'm the one looking for fun, trying to find a brother with a plan. Rap man. If the sisters in the hood knew it was true, brothers, turn in your guns, deal with your sons. Let the ladies be ladies and the bad boys, poof.
Oh man, so woof. All of us, universal love, respect, just,
Yeah, I like the spoken word with the chorus and the way it built up to the chorus, and it really quite lovely. Yeah,
she
good
just
combination.
I just love working on this show and working with her in general. This was amazing. We're gonna.
I wanted to say that particular song, Respect, that was Blood's baby. That was James Blood almost. Yeah, that was his baby.
Yeah.
She kind of put her touch on it, but that was it. That was his thing.
Absolutely. The music. I mean, if you look up Kema Jamal, James Blood Ulmer on YouTube, you'll see a video of, I guess, was that the first time she really played with him?
Yeah, Media Waves. He took on tour.
Right. And that House is on Fire, and that groove was basically the same groove, and they worked together, and so like I was about to mention the James Blood Ulmer influence on that music, the fact that he wrote that music. That was my little interpretation on the guitar, and and I was looking through all my old emails. I was digging through files, just to anything. And one of the things I found were two quotes, not to toot my own horn, but hey, this is my show, right?
Right.
But don't even have a horn here. Anyway, one quote was, James Blood Ulmer's quote was, "He can play the guitar." Okay, so James Blood Ulmer said he can play the guitar.
Yes, he did. He did.
Thank you, James Blood Ulmer.
No, but he did.
Another quote was, Kema, do you remember the nicknames Kema used to call me? I'll quiz you first. Do you remember? She had a couple.
No, I can't.
She called me God Jr.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And Lord of Strings. That was her Lord. So, I mean, it's not like she hated me, apparently,
Well, it was love-hate.
Yeah, it was a love-hate, right? It was a great time. And, we became, we were just fun. It was like, you know what? Do you have any of those photos from, we go out and hang out at Joe's Pub. There's the one with Kema and Nona and Yvette. That one right there. There's you at Joe's Pub. We were just chilling out one time, checking out a show. There's the one below, the other one, Kema Nona. Can you switch to that picture? Yeah. So there's Kema.
Nona.
Look how
Yes, I
Nona
remember.
was my fiance at the time, my
Right.
girlfriend, long term. We're still good friends, actually. And we used to go out a lot. And Kema, they had the same birthday.
Okay.
So they were both Scorpios, and
Yeah.
like they loved hanging out together. And this was us at Joe's Pub.
Yes.
There was actually a couple more photos that I don't have right now, but of her dancing on stage. And I believe it was the Globe Sonic DJ Fabian Alsanti. It was one of their Globe Sonic parties, and I invited you guys out. And
Right.
I mean, it was just such a great time in our lives. So we're gonna go now to another clip. Why Do You Want My Love? Which was just wow, another one where she was just so beautiful, and we're gonna go to that clip.
When I see you, all I see is you. No one but you. Love is the message that I bring to you. So close your eyes. Let me pull you close. Trust your soul within me. Hold me. Please me. Touch me. Do you? Do you want? Why do you want my love?
Why do you want my love? Why do you want my love? Why do you want my love? Why do you want my love? Why do you want my love? Why do you want my love? Why do you want my love? Why do you want my love?
Woo! Just beautiful, beautiful, sensual, amazing.
Yeah.
Brenda Jackson's voice, amazing, just crazy. All right, so we want to get in as much as we can. So she was so ahead of her time. This next song is Online Junkies. We're gonna play just part of it again. We don't want to give away the whole show, literally. But like she really knew how bad computers and electronics were already. This is back when Alta Vista was still a thing. And right, she mentions it in there. And she utilized the local dance schools, and she had these kids. Like we have so many things similar. I work with kids now. I'm a big educator. I mean, I was doing some stuff back then, but not as much as now. I have my own music school, Studio Noir, and it's just amazing. So without further ado, we're gonna check out Online Junkies.
Online. Online junkies. Online junkies. junkies. Online junkies. Junkies, 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 junkies. I went online last night to check out a few things. I had to get caught up. So many things to see. Download. I dropped into Yahoo. There were people, places, things, sex, drugs, and things to drink. It's a big world. It's my world. Control. Who's in control of delete? Downloading pictures, options, emails, and funky websites. You've got Mel Annie sending things in places. Shazam! That's how it works in colors. Buying and selling things. It's a money world. It's a big world. It's corporations administrating business. And they're all dying from overexposure. I see you. Yeah, you see me. That kind of thing. Now caught it. I'm in cyberspace.
Yes, I know.
Wow.
There's a lot of
I
people
love that
are
song.
on
It's so
my-
funky, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I just want to listen to more of it.
Yeah. I know quite a few people that are online junkies.
Oh,
Yes, indeed.
I can't get right, Yvette.
Yes.
I can't get off.
You can't get in there. Once you're on, that's it. You're on the roller
Everything I
coaster.
do is my phone, my screen, this, that.
Yeah.
I'm zooming. I'm doing. It's crazy.
She was ahead of her time.
She was way ahead of her time.
That's another James Blood Ulmer, inspiration there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
How's he doing? Do you know?
No, I lost his phone number.
Yeah.
When I get back to New York, I can go and see what's going on with him, but I haven't heard from him.
Yeah. I reached out to another friend of mine whose father-in-law is Rashid Ali.
Okay.
Rashid Ali passed away, but he used to play drums with him a lot, and they lived in that same Soho
Right.
area there. So I was trying to find out through him, but I haven't heard back. But I wish him well. I hope he's out there.
He's very old if he's still alive.
I hope.
He was in his 60s back then.
Well, shout out to James Blood
Blood
Ulmer.
Ulmer,
We
yeah.
love you, man. We hope you listen to this somehow. We get it, So, wow. Where else do we go? I mean, we definitely want to. We have about 20 minutes in the show, and what I'd like to do with that, the last 9 minutes of the show, we're gonna play LA Kema Part 2 because it was just such an explosive ending. I watched it and I was like, oh my, this is amazing. I had so much fun. I got to wild out on the guitar,
Right.
and the whole story of Kema getting, I'm not gonna say it because it's in the song,
Yeah.
but true story there, and
story.
just exciting, crazy, fun. I love the choreography and the costumes. Before Orange is the
Yeah.
New Black, she had this in 2002, 19 years ago or whatever it was, you know, with all those, you know, costumes and just amazing dancers. They were really incredible.
With limited budget.
With the limited budget, you guys killed it. I wanted to, let's see what else. So as far as clips, we're gonna talk a little about Kema's life. I would like you to talk a little about her life. I'll mention a couple of things and then I'll let you talk freely. And then we have one of our sponsors is a beautiful woman who does massage and healing and card reading. And she prepared a card reading for tonight, Beyond Zen. That's Nikki Fader in Long Beach. So what I'd like to do is just mention, again, I'm sorry, condolences to Kema's family. You know, she was the only child of Frona May and Romul Jamal. And she was born in Casper, Wyoming, often visited Maui. And in this bio that I took from a church service or her you know, funeral home, the service they had, it says Kema danced her way all over the world as a choreographer and performer, from Los Angeles to New York City to the West Indies, Budapest, the Ivory Coast, and beyond. She met and married, and they had 2 children, Nevaeh and Anthoniel.
Okay.
And as a single mom, she owned and operated the 808 Dance Studio in Maui. I know she came up with something called Kema Therapy. It was like a dance therapy that she was dealing with her own personal trauma from her own experience in her life as a child and as an adult that I didn't know about until I started investigating it and Googling her and finding out articles and such. So I'm going to let you talk about that. And, you know, I would like to show the picture from Wyoming and Serbia. One of the highlights of my life was that concert and then going to play in Hungary at the Media Wave Festival. There's a shot of me, Fred McCondici, and Jawa, Daniel Dickin. We were being shown around by those 2 girls in Subotica, Serbia, which was like a sister city of Hungary. Apparently it was part of the Hungarian Empire at one point and became Serbia, but that was such an amazing thing. And also the other shot there, this is the band, and there's you, Yvette. We stopped on the side of the road to take a picture. I must have had this camera, and I was going through the photos, and I had pictures from my tour in Greece, my tour in Wyoming, and my tour in you know, Serbia and Hungary, all these developed photos. And that was a nice moment there. There's Patrick Hughes. This was, we took like a ride to the mountains or something, like in Wyoming.
In Wyoming, Cheyenne.
Yeah.
Laramie, Wyoming.
Yeah.
It's in Laramie. Yeah.
So we had a couple of big parties. I remember there was a really nice guy who helped, and like, it was a lot of champagne. I remember that.
Gordon McMurray's.
Yes. Yeah. So thank you again to everybody who's so hospitable. So Yvette, just talk about, you know, 3-4 minutes about Kema, just in general. What do you want to share? What do you want to share about her life, her family?
Well, like you said, she brought a lot of people together. It didn't matter where we went. Somehow we found new friends and people who stayed lifelong friends with her, stayed connected to her. She had a very open, loving spirit, and it came through her art. She respected musicians, respected artists, and always had hopes of becoming a true artist. But then I think she struggled with wanting to be a mother. So she gave it up for a little while to have children. Her marriage didn't last long because I think her whole focus was to having children. And once she had her children, she started performing again, trying new things. She kind of settled in Maui with her kids. And she thought she could stay there with them. But that didn't work. She had a lot of personal struggles that she was dealing with. And that sometimes could, you know, overtake someone's life. So I think her going back to Cody was trying to get herself back together and focus on her career again. And, the accident cut that short. But yeah, she was truly a blessing in my life. Changed my direction. I planned on being a lawyer, and she talked me out of that. She thought I'd be a great manager. So I often thank her. I thank her almost every day because I changed as a person. I became more open. I understood how to approach people, how to deal with people, and it all had to do with being around her, watching how she did it. So she was really not only my artist, she was a teacher in my life, and I'm sure she had that effect on a lot of people. So yeah.
Beautiful words, and yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Just she was. It's such a loss to
Yes.
not have her with us. I mean, wow.
What that teaches us, though, Benoit, is that we don't take the important people in our lives and the people that affect our lives for granted. We let them know each and every moment we have that we love them. And I must say, one of our last conversations, she called me to tell me how much she appreciated and loved me for all that I did. So
that's beautiful.
Yeah, we had a great last conversation, so.
Wow, that's wonderful.
So.
All right, we're gonna go over to a very positive person right now, Nikki from Beyond Zen. I think Kema would have really loved her.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello, Mystic Noir audience. My name is Nikki Fader. I'm from Beyond Zen Massage Healing, and I'm here to do your weekly guidance. So, I've already mixed the cards pretty much. Let's see what Gaia Oracle deck has in store for us today. Oceans of Eternal Love, Healing, Creativity, and Fertility. What an excellent card. Oceans of Healing, of Eternal Love. Creativity, and fertility, and healing. Well, we're coming up upon the full moon, and I believe that, this also is part of your healing journey. Focusing on what you need to release for the full moon would be a really good idea. The card number is 44, so that's also a very good omen, and I just opened up to the page. 44 is an angel number. Also, any kind of numbers repeated are angel numbers. And if you're into neurology, I'm not really schooled in it, so it could mean something else to you. But let's get into it. So, Oceans of Eternal Love. It is said that love conquers all, and that's so true. It's all about love, people. This is especially true for you at the moment. Something is resolved and healing through your love. What was previously barren now becomes fertile. A seed is planted and you are the co-creator. This is the time to plant the seeds. And most likely you have already been doing that. Spring is upon us, and all of those seeds that you have planted will be sprouting soon. Anything that you've been working on is going to come to fruition very soon. So the conditions are favorable and the timing is right. A new creation awaits you. The birth of something new brings joy and excitement. The forever changing season of eternity turns their invisible wheel and a new cycle begins. A new image is born. The affirmations are: love heals, love brings resolution, love conquers, love creates, and love is eternal. Folks, love, it's all about love. So what you love, move towards that. Plant those seeds. Start really thinking about how you can move forward in a very loving way. It's a lighter time in the universe, and spring is coming. So, for the Northeast, here we are, kind of digging ourselves out and looking forward to, color again and life again, and knowing that, if you nurture what you love, that you will move forward in life in a very good way. We're all here to enjoy ourselves, have a good life, and do what we love, and move towards love, and embrace love as much as possible. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. If you want a private reading, you can reach out to me privately on all my social network platforms, and I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you so much, Mystic Noir audience. Much love to you all. Peace out. And don't forget, it's all about love and creativity and healing. So go for it. Thank you.
All right, that was Nikki Fader from Beyond Zen.
thank
She's
you,
just
Nikki.
awesome. You know, we have a lot of great people out here in Long Beach. So maybe sometime you'll come out and visit. Anytime you're in New York, you got to let me know.
Well, when you're in Naples, let me know.
Naples, Florida?
Yeah,
Where you are now, huh?
yeah.
Oh, wow. That's not so. Yeah, I would love to come down there. So it's been such a pleasure, you know, having you on, Yvette, and reminiscing and paying some homage and respect and sharing Kema with everyone. And thank you for letting us use the footage. And I suppose that in the future, you know, we should try to collaborate and get this DVD out there in the right way. Maybe we could even help some people through the purchase of the DVD somehow, you know, like some, you know, scholarships and that kind of a thing, you know. So we got about 10 minutes left, and we want to play LA Kema Part 2, the rest of the thing, the rest of this video. So thank you. Bless you. Mystic Noir 21, Johnny Mystic and I, Only Love. It's available on Astral Tourist, on Spotify, and look up Ben Noir on Spotify too. You'll hear jazzy, funky noir. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to our sponsors, NY Photo Video Group. Here we go. LA Kema Part 2.
All right, Johnny.
Officer Dick, that is, charges up to me. And he says, "Can I have your driver's license and registration?" I didn't have time to explain. He handcuffs me in front, and he drags me to the black and white car. And he insists, "You sit here." I'm in shock. I feel like I'd just been hit by a rock. Dazed and confused, I reached for the door. It was unlocked. And there was this little voice. And this little voice in the back of my mind, this little voice screamed. Running so fast, LAPD couldn't catch my... I looked down to find my ATM wasn't a part of the crime. I ran through Santa Monica, jumped a fence in Venice. Cholos helped me out the cuffs. God knows I was in a rush. My consciousness tells me never to live in that box. Always follow your mind. And when you and you go to LA, you may find they're looking for me. But they didn't catch me.